Hi guys, uh, welcome. Today's Sunday, September 29th. I came in this Sunday. I'm going to do some videos for you guys. I'm in a happy mood because the Raiders won. I come in on Sundays and I watch a little bit of football, and I'm also going to be helping you guys out on some of the stuff we're learning. Um like I said, today's Sunday. We do have a Unit 1 test on Tuesday, so I'm going to kind of put these videos up. I'm going to try to do this consistently and regularly for you guys. I went out this weekend. I got some fun gadgets, and I'm kind of excited to start making videos and posting them online, sharing them with your parents, so you guys could have extra practice to take home for this weekend. I'm going to take myself off now. So what we'll do is we'll just go over some practice problems. You can pause the video at any time you like. And you can kind of recreate some problems with your own numbers and just follow the steps that I'll be doing on the screen. Okay, so I'm going to flip over my tablet mode, so give me 1 second. Perfect. Okay. Whoa. Give me another second. Sorry, guys. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. So in Unit 1, we focused on multiplying multi-digit numbers. We learned 3 different ways, right? So we learned area model. You guys should have learned that in 4th grade, and we also learned partial products and standard algorithm. So I'm just going to review. I'm going to do area model first. Okay. So this is area model. Okay, and we're going to focus on 325 times 23. So feel free to, you can pause the video at any time and try to do this on your own, or you can follow along with me as well. Okay, so remember, when you go area model, we're going to decompose 325 and 23. I'm going to draw a rectangle. Okay, I'm going to decompose 300, draw a line, 20 and 5, and decompose 23 with 20 and 3. Draw a line right down the middle. And I like to draw my x's right here because I'm going to go 20 times 300. I know 2 times 3 is 6. Add the 3 zeros, 6,000. 2 times 2 is 4. Add the 2 zeros, I get 400. 2 times 5 is 10. Add the 0, 100. Okay, moving on. So I have 3 times 300. Well, I know 3 times 3 is 9. And I have 2 zeros, 900. 3 times 2 is 6. There's a 0. I get 60. And 3 times 5 is 15. Now, don't forget, we have to add all these numbers up. So I have 6,000 plus 400 plus 100 is going to give me 6,500. Okay, I add all of them together and I get this. On the next column row, I have 900 plus 60 plus 15. Well, I know 900 plus 60 is 960, plus 15 is going to give me 975. Okay, and I always try to line up my numbers so I make sure I'm adding them correctly. So I have 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 0 is 7. 9 plus 5 is 14. Carry my 1. And that is going to give me 7. So my answer with the area model is 7,475 for 325 times 23. Okay. Now, the next one we're going to do, okay, give me 1 second. Got to figure out, there's got to be maybe a quicker way to dump this. There we go. Okay. The next one we're going to do is partial products. Okay, so partial products. And remember, products means the answer to a division or a multiplication problem. And I'm going to focus on 32 times 25. Okay, and again, I decompose. I got it. We use that word a lot, decompose. I'm going to decompose 32 and 25. Okay, so first, I'm going to go 30 plus 2 right? And then the next one would be 20 and 5. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. After that, I'm going to stack my numbers. So I'm going to get 32 times 25, right? The first number I'm looking at is going to be 5, and I'm going to be multiplying 5 times 2 and 5 times 30. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. 5 times 2 is what? We know it's 10. Okay, and then I'm going to go 5 times 30. And I know 5 times 3 is 15. Add the 0, 150. Okay, once I checked off the 5, I'm going to move on to 20. Okay, so 20 times 2, and 20 times 30. Okay, I know 2 times 2 is 4. There's a 0, add a 0. Okay, the next one is going to be 20 times 30. Okay, I know 2 times 3 is 6, and I'm going to have 2 zeros. That is 600. Now, if you notice, when I'm lining up my partial, these are my partial products right here, 10, 150, 40, and 600. Okay, I lined up all my numbers, right? If I didn't line them up correctly, when I add, my answer is going to be wrong. So I have all zeros in this column. 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Carry the number. 6 plus 1 is 7, plus another 1 is 8. So my answer is 800. So this one was for partial products. Okay. Now the last one is going to be standard algorithm. Let me see if I could dump this. Okay. So now standard algorithm is probably what a lot of people are familiar with. Okay. And we're going to focus on 325 times 23. Okay, so what we do is we're going to stack up 325 times 23. Okay, let me see if I could use different pens. Okay, so I'm going to go, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with 3. I multiply 3 times 5, 2 times 3, and then 3 times 3. What I'm really doing is 325 times 3. Okay, so I know 3 times 5 is 15. Now watch this. My second number comes down, and I regroup my first number, or I like to call carry. 1 and 5 is 15. 3 times 2 is 6, and I'm adding this number is 7. 3 times 3 is 9, and that's it. Okay, so 325 times 3 is going to give me 975. Okay, now again, if I'm going too fast, feel free to pause the video at any time so you can catch up. Okay, or if you want to pause and try to do this problem ahead of time and then see if you're doing it correctly, then you can do that as well. All right, so once I went back and I got 325 times 3, well, I'm multiplying 325 times 23, so I got the 3. So now I'm going to be doing 325 times 20. You're right. So 325 times 20. Okay. Now, because there's a 0 right there, well, we all know when we multiply by tens, we have to add a 0. Or what I like to call, this is my placeholder. Okay. Now I can move on to 2 times 5, 2 times 2, and 2 times 3. Okay, so I know 2 times 5 is 10. The 0 goes here, and I carry my 1. Do not get confused from this one. So I like to cross off that number and then plus 1 up. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 up here is 5. Okay, and then again, 2 times 3 is 6. And then once I'm done, I'm adding. These numbers right here, 975 and 6,500, are also considered partial products, but in a standard algorithm way. Okay, so again, 325 times 20 gives me 6,500. Now I'm ready to add. And remember, I line them up nicely so they stay aligned. If students do not line these up nicely, you're going to get a wrong answer. 5 plus 0 is 5, 7 plus 0 is 7, 9 plus 5 is 14, carry the 1. Okay, 6 plus 1 is 7. So my answer is 7,475. Okay, so those were the 3 ways we learned area model, okay, partial products, and standard algorithm. You can choose however you're most comfortable with on how to multiply multi-digit numbers. Okay, I use standard algorithm to this day. I think it's the easiest and the most quickest method. However, you do have to know your multiplication table fairly well to complete the standard algorithm correctly. Okay, for those who may be struggling with their multiplication table, that's okay. Feel free to use area model. Partial products is still kind of new, so you guys may not understand it that well, but again, it's completely your choice. Okay. Now let me pause this, erase.